You are pure consciousness, and everything you behold, every circumstance, every event, every condition in your life is but a shadow, a reflection of your own wonderful human imagination. The fact that you are here listening to these words at this very moment is no mere coincidence. It is a divine appointment orchestrated by the depths of your own being. You see, time as we know it is merely a concept created by consciousness to experience succession. In reality, all moments exist simultaneously in the eternal now. Therefore, when I tell you to trust the timing of this message, I am asking you to recognize that your own divine self, your own wonderful human imagination, has drawn you to this moment for a specific purpose. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you questioned the timing of events in your life? How often have you wondered why now or why not sooner? I tell you with absolute certainty that every moment is the perfect moment, for it is chosen by the God within you, your own wonderful human imagination. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it is written, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." This is not speaking of some external force determining your timing. No, it is speaking of you, the open power, choosing the perfect moment for your own awakening. The very fact that you are receiving this message today is proof that you are ready for it. Your consciousness has expanded to the point where you can receive and integrate this profound truth. You see, consciousness is the only reality, and as your consciousness expands, new truths become available to you. This is why you must trust the timing. Let me share with you a principle that I have tested countless times, and I invite you to test it for yourself. The principle is this: your outer world is nothing more than your inner world pushed out. Therefore, if this message has reached you today, it is because your inner world is ready for the transformation it contains. Many of you sit here wondering about your desires, your manifestations, your dreams. You question why they haven't materialized yet. But I tell you, timing is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens from you. You are the operant power. You are the one determining the timing through your state of consciousness. When you truly understand this principle, you will never again question the timing of anything in your life. You will know with unwavering certainty that everything unfolds in perfect divine order, your divine order. For you are God pushed out into expression, and God's timing is always perfect. Now, let me explain something that many find difficult to grasp. The time it takes for your desire to materialize in the physical world is directly proportional to the naturalness of the state you assume. When you truly inhabit the state of your wish fulfilled, when it becomes so natural that you cease to think about it, that is when it materializes. This is why you must trust the timing. For when you trust, you relax into the naturalness of your desired state. When you trust, you cease to wrestle with time. And in that cessation of struggle, your manifestation appears with a naturalness that makes you wonder why you ever doubt it. Consider the growth of a seed planted in the ground. It doesn't fret about when it will become a tree. It doesn't compare its growth to other seeds. It simply rests in the certainty of its own unfolding. This is the level of trust you must cultivate in the timing of your own manifestations. You see, the outside world is dead. It has no power to determine when things happen in your life. It is your consciousness, your imagination that gives life to everything you experience. Therefore, when this message reaches you, it is because your consciousness has drawn it to you at the perfect moment for your evolution. Let me share with you a profound truth that few understand. Time is not a barrier to your desires' fulfillment. Your concept of time is when you truly grasp that all possibilities exist now, that all states are available now. You will cease to be a slave to time and become its master. The Bible tells us, in the beginning was the Word. This beginning is not some distant past event. It is now. Every moment is the beginning. And in every moment you are speaking the Word, imagining that creates your reality. Therefore, trust that this moment, this inadal, is the perfect beginning for whatever you desire to manifest. Many of you have been waiting for signs, for the perfect moment to start living from your desired state. I tell you, the arrival of this message is your sign. The fact that you are hearing these words is your perfect moment. For in truth, there is no waiting. There is only accepting or rejecting the state you desire to occupy. Think about the times in your life when something arrived at what seemed like the perfect moment. Was it not true that your state of consciousness had shifted just before its arrival? This is the law operating with mathematical precision. Your state of consciousness determines the timing of everything in your life. When you understand this law, you will never again say, I'm not ready, or it's not the right time. You will know that your consciousness is always ready, that every moment is the right time. For consciousness is the only reality. Consider how many times in your life you've looked back and understood why certain things happened when they did. This retroactive understanding is proof that there is a divine order to all things, an order that proceeds from your own wonderful human imagination. The great mystic Meister Eckhart said, "The eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me." In the same way, the consciousness through which you perceive this message is the same consciousness that orchestrated its arrival in your experience. Therefore, trust it completely. You see, what appears to be timing is really the perfect synchronization between your state of consciousness and its outer manifestation. When you change your state of consciousness, the timing of events in your life changes automatically. This is why you must trust the timing of this message. It is evidence of your own inner transformation. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. The very doubt you might feel about the timing of things in your life is itself perfectly timed. For it is through doubting that you come to seek deeper understanding, and through seeking that you come to know the truth of who you really are. Remember the story of Joseph in the Bible. He was sold into slavery, imprisoned, and seemed to suffer many delays before his rise to power. But was any of it poorly timed? No. Every event was perfectly orchestrated to bring about the fulfillment of his divine destiny. Your life is no different. The secret is this: instead of trying to time your manifestations, allow your manifestations to time themselves through your unwavering faith in the law. When you do this, you will discover that everything happens at exactly the right moment, not according to your limited human understanding, but according to the infinite wisdom of your divine self. Many of you have been told to be patient, to wait for the right time. But I tell you something different. There is no waiting in consciousness. The moment you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you have activated the divine timing. Your only task then is to persist in that state until it becomes your natural state of being. I think of it this way. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust the invisible process that transforms that seed into a mighty tree. Similarly, when you plant a desire in your consciousness, you must trust the invisible process that brings it into manifestation. This message reaching you today is like that seed being planted. It contains within it everything necessary for its full manifestation in your life. Your task is not to question the timing, but to nurture it with your faith and water it with your unwavering assumption that what you desire is already yours. The Bible tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This faith is not a blind belief in future events. It is the present evidence of an existing reality in consciousness. When you have this faith, timing becomes irrelevant because you know that what is yours in consciousness must manifest in your experience. Let me share with you a profound truth that has transformed countless lives. The timing of your manifestations is not determined by external conditions or circumstances. It is determined solely by the consistency of your assumption. When you consistently assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, divine timing takes over. You see, what appears to be delayed is often divine preparation. Just as a mother carries her child for 9 months before birth, your desires are being carried in the womb of your consciousness until the perfect moment of their birth into physical reality. Trust this process implicitly. Consider how the entire universe operates with perfect timing. The rotation of the earth, the movement of the planets, the changing of the seasons. This same divine intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos is within you, timing the manifestation of your desires with equal precision. The very fact that you are receiving this message now is evidence of this perfect timing. Timing your consciousness has expanded to the point where you can receive and integrate these truths. This is why you must trust the timing. It is a reflection of your own spiritual readiness. Remember, in the realm of consciousness, there is no past or future, only the eternal now, though. Therefore, the perfect timing for anything you desire is always now, provided you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is the secret of divine timing. Many of you struggle with what you call divine timing versus your timing, but I tell you there is no difference. Your timing is divine timing, for you are the divinity you seek. The only thing that delays your manifestation is your belief in delay. When you truly understand that consciousness is the only reality, you will cease to concern yourself with timing altogether. For in consciousness, everything exists, know you. Your only task is to select the state you wish to occupy and persist in it until it becomes your reality. Let me tell you something that few understand. Time is not a factor in the fulfillment of your desires. It is your attitude toward time that determines when your desires will manifest. When you cease to be anxious about timing, divine timing naturally takes over. You see, anxiety about timing is a confession of lack of faith in the law. When you truly believe that what you have assumed in consciousness must manifest, you become indifferent to time. This indifference is the secret of perfect timing. Consider how a flower blooms. It doesn't force itself open, it unfolds naturally in its own perfect timing. Your desires manifest in the same way when you trust the flow of time. Your desires manifest in the same way when you trust the process and allow them to unfold naturally according to the law of consciousness. The fact that this message has reached you today is proof that you are ready for this understanding. Your consciousness has drawn it to you at the perfect moment for your spiritual evolution. Trust this timing implicitly. Remember, everything in your life, every person, every circumstance, every event is drawn to you by your state of consciousness. Know or trust that your present state of consciousness has drawn this message to you for a divine purpose. Let me share with you a secret that will transform your understanding of timing. The interval between your desire and its manifestation is not a period of waiting. It is a period of preparation. During this interval, you are being prepared to receive what you have imagined. Many of you think that your manifestations are taking too long. But I tell you, nothing takes too long when you understand that time is simply the movement of events in consciousness. The only thing that can delay your manifestation is your own doubt and anxiety about its timing. You see, when you truly understand that consciousness is the only reality, you will know that timing is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens from you. Your state of consciousness determines the timing of everything in your life. Consider this: every desire you have ever fulfilled came at exactly the right moment. Not a moment too soon or too late. This is because your consciousness, which is God, knows the perfect timing for everything. Trust this divine wisdom within you. The very fact that you are hearing these words now is evidence of this perfect timing. Your consciousness has expanded to the point where you can receive and integrate these profound truths. This is why you must trust the timing of this message. Remember, in the world of Caesar, the outer world, there appears to be time and space. But in the world of consciousness, the inner world, everything exists now. Your task is to bridge these worlds through your faithful assumption of the state of your wish fulfilled. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. The timing of your manifestations is not determined by your actions in the outer world, but by your assumption in the inner world. When your assumption is natural and unwavering, perfect timing follows automatically. You see, what appears to be delay is often divine protection. Just the fruit must ripen before it can be harvested. Your desires must reap in consciousness before they can manifest in your experience. Trust this ripening process implicitly. Consider how everything in nature has its own perfect timing. The gestation of a baby, the metamorphosis of a butterfly, the changing of the seasons. Your desires operate according to the same divine law of perfect timing. The fact that this message has reached you today is no accident. It is evidence of your own expanded consciousness, drawing to you the very understanding you need at this moment. Trust this divine orchestration. Remember, you are not a helpless being waiting for the right time to receive your good. You are the operant power selecting the perfect timing through your state of consciousness. Trust this power within you. Many of you have been taught to believe in external timing, in luck, in chance, in fate. But I tell you, there is no external timing. There is only the timing that proceeds from your own wonderful human imagination. Let me share with you a truth that will set you free. The timing of your manifestations is not determined by conditions in the outer world, but by the consistency of your assumption in the inner world. When your assumption is unwavering, perfect timing follows naturally. You see, what appears to be waiting is really the operation of law. Just as a seed must go through a specific process before it becomes a tree, your desires must go through a specific process in consciousness before they manifest in experience. Consider how many times in your life something arrived at what seemed like just the right moment. Was this coincidence? No. It was the perfect operation of law. Your consciousness drawing to you exactly what you needed at exactly the right time. The very fact that you are receiving this understanding now is proof of this perfect timing. Your consciousness has expanded to the point where you can receive and integrate these profound truths. Trust this expansion implicitly. Remember, in the realm of consciousness, there is no such thing as too early or too late. There is only the perfect know-all, in which all possibilities exist simultaneously. Your task is to select the state you wish to occupy and trust the timing of its manifestation. Let me tell you something that few understand. The interval between your desire and its manifestation is not empty time. It is filled with the invisible activity of consciousness, preparing the way for your desire's fulfillment. Trust this invisible activity. You see, when you truly understand that consciousness is the only reality, you will know that timing is not something that happens to you. It is something that proceeds from you. Your state of consciousness determines the timing of everything in your life. Consider the perfection of timing in your own life. How certain events had to happen in a specific order to bring you to where you are now. This same divine intelligence is at work in the timing of your current desires. The fact that this message has reached you today is evidence of this perfect timing. Your consciousness has drawn it to you at exactly the right moment for your spiritual evolution. Trust this divine orchestration completely. Remember, you are not subject to time. Time is subject to you, for you are pure consciousness, and consciousness is the only reality. Therefore, trust that your timing is always perfect because it proceeds from your own divine self. Many of you worry about missed opportunities or lost time, but I tell you, in consciousness there is no such thing as a missed opportunity or lost time. There is only the eternal knowal in which all possibilities exist simultaneously. Let me share with you a profound truth. The timing of your manifestations is not determined by your efforts in the outer world, but by your ability to remain faithful to your assumption in the inner world. When your faith is unwavering, perfect timing follows naturally. You see, what appears to be delay is really the preparation of circumstances necessary for the fulfillment of your desire. Just as a mother carries her child for 9 months before birth, your desires must be carried in consciousness before their manifestation. Consider how everything in nature has its perfect timing. The blooming of a flower, the ripening of fruit, the changing of seasons. Your desires operate according to the same divine law of perfect timing. The very fact that you are hearing these words now is the evidence of this perfect timing. Your consciousness has expanded to the point where you can receive and integrate these profound truths. Trust this expansion implicitly. Remember, you are not waiting for the right time. You are creating the right time through your consciousness. For consciousness is the only reality, and everything in your world proceeds from it. Let me tell you something that will transform your understanding of timing. The interval between your desire and its manifestation is not a period of waiting. It is a period of becoming. During this interval, you are becoming the person who has what you desire. You see, when you truly understand that consciousness is the only reality, you will know that timing is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens through you. Your state of consciousness determines the timing of everything in your life. Consider how many times in your life divine timing has worked in ways you couldn't understand until later. This is because your higher self, your divine consciousness, knows the perfect sequence of events necessary for the fulfillment of your desires. The very resistance you feel to trusting timing is itself perfectly timed. For it is through this resistance that you come to understand the true nature of your own consciousness and its power to orchestrate all events in your life. Let me share with you a profound truth. There is no such thing as the right time or the wrong time in the absolute sense. There is only your conception of time, and this conception is determined by your state of consciousness. You see, what appears as timing in the outer world is really the movement of states in consciousness. When you move from one state to another in consciousness, the outer world must reorganize itself to reflect this movement. This reorganization appears as timing. Consider the story of Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Was there a wrong time or right time for their exodus? No, the timing was determined by their consciousness, by their readiness to leave the state of bondage and enter the state of freedom. The fact that you are receiving this message today is proof of this principle. Your consciousness has shifted to the point where you are ready to receive and integrate these truths. This is why you must trust the timing implicitly. Remember, everything in your world is yourself pushed out. Therefore, the timing of events in your life is not determined by external factors, but by the movements of your own consciousness. Many of you question why certain desires haven't manifested yet. But I tell you, the very questioning is evidence that you are not yet dwelling naturally in the state of fulfillment. For when you truly dwell in that state, all sense of timing dissolves. Let me share with you the ultimate secret of divine timing. It is not about waiting for the right moment. It is about assuming the right state. Now, when you do this, divine timing takes care of itself. You see, in the realm of consciousness, there is no future to wait for and no past to regret. There is only the eternal know how in which all possibilities exist simultaneously. Your task is to select the state you wish to occupy, no doubt. Consider how a master artist knows exactly when to apply each brushstroke. This knowing doesn't come from external timing. It comes from an inner sense of rightness. Your manifestations work in the same way. The very fact that you are hearing these words now is evidence of this perfect artistic timing. Your consciousness has drawn them to you at exactly the right moment for your spiritual evolution. Remember, you are not a victim of time. You are its master. For you are pure consciousness, and consciousness is the only reality. Therefore, trust that your timing is always perfect, because it proceeds from your own divine self. As we conclude this message, I want you to understand something profound. The timing of its arrival in your life is not accidental. It is a direct reflection of your expanded consciousness, your readiness to receive these truths. You see, consciousness is eternal, existing outside of time and space. Therefore, when you operate from consciousness, rather than from the limited perspective of the outer world, you align yourself with perfect divine timing. Trust, then, that this message has reached you today, because today is the perfect day for your consciousness to expand into this understanding. Trust that every desire in your heart is unfolding to divine timing, your divine timing. For you are the operant power, the divine presence, expressing itself through the vehicle of your human imagination. Trust this power implicitly, for it knows the perfect timing for all things. And now, as we bring this message to its close, remember this eternal truth. You are not bound by time, you are the creator of time. You are not waiting for the right moment, you are the creator of all moments. Therefore, trust the timing of this message. Trust the timing of your desires. Trust the timing of your life. For all timing proceeds from consciousness, and consciousness is who you really are. Now go forth in this understanding, knowing that every moment is the right moment, when you dwell in the consciousness of your wish fulfilled. For timing is not your master, you are the master of timing. And that, my beloved friends, is the perfect truth of perfect timing. Remember, the very fact that you remain to hear this message to its conclusion is evidence of your readiness to receive its truth. Trust this divine orchestration, for it proceeds from the depths of your own being. For in truth, there is only one time, the eternal now, though. And in this NOU, you are already all that you desire to be. Trust this, live from this, and watch as divine timing unfolds perfectly in your life. Let us begin with a fundamental truth from Scripture. In John 1:1 we read, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Now, most people interpret this passage literally, thinking it refers to spoken words, but I tell you this, the word spoken of here is not mere language. It is vibration. It is feeling. It is the very sensation of your desire fulfilled. You see, my dear friends, when you truly understand this principle, you realize that the imagination and vibration are one and the same. They are not two separate things. They are the same force expressing itself through different aspects of your consciousness. This is why the Bible tells us by faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the Word of God. This word, this vibration, is your own wonderful human imagination in action. Let me share with you a profound secret about vibration and imagination. When you imagine something, you are not merely creating mental pictures. You are generating a specific frequency, a particular vibration that corresponds to your desire fulfilled. This is why feeling is the secret, for feeling is the language of vibration. Consider the story of Moses in the burning bush. When God reveals himself to Moses, he did not appear as words on a page or as mere thoughts in Moses' mind. He appeared as energy, as vibration, as living flame that did not consume. This, my dear friends, is a perfect metaphor for how your imagination works through vibration. You see, when you imagine your desire fulfilled, you are literally setting yourself aflame with the vibration of that state. But like the burning bush, this flame does not consume you, it transforms you. It transmutes your entire being into the frequency of your desire fulfilled. Let me tell you a story that perfectly illustrates this principle. Recently, a lady came to me desiring a new home. She had been using affirmations and positive words for months without success. I told her, stop using words. Instead, feel the vibration of actually living in your desired home. Feel the texture of the walls, the warmth of the sunlight through the windows. The peace and satisfaction of occupying that space. Within 2 weeks, she had her new home. You see, she didn't manifest it through words, she manifested it through vibration. Through the feeling of actually being there. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Now let us delve deeper into this mystery of vibration and imagination. In the book of Ezekiel, we read about the valley of dry bones when God commanded Ezekiel to prophesy to the bones. It wasn't the words that brought them to life. It was a vibration, the energy, the feeling, tone of life itself that animated them. This is exactly how your imagination works. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, you are not merely thinking about it. You are vibrating at the frequency of its fulfillment. You are literally becoming one with the state you desire to express. Let me share another principle that would transform your understanding of vibration and imagination. In Scripture, we read, "Be still and know that I am God." This stillness is not mere physical quietude. It is a specific vibrational state where your imagination and your desire become one. You see, when you enter this state of stillness, you are tuning yourself to the perfect frequency of your desire fulfilled. This is why meditation and contemplation are so powerful. Not because of any words you might use, but because they allow you to align your vibration with your imagination. Consider the story of Elijah on Mount Horeb. God was not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire. God was in the still small voice. This still small voice is not words, it is vibration. It is the feeling tone of your desire fulfilled. Let me share another secret about using vibration instead of words. When you imagine something, your entire being begins to vibrate at the frequency of that state. This is why Scripture tells us, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Notice it says in his heart, not in his mind, not in his words, but in his heart, where feeling and vibration originate. Now let me tell you about a businessman who applied this principle perfectly. He wanted to expand his company, but was struggling with traditional goal setting and affirmations. I told him, stop using words to describe what you want. Instead, feel the vibration of running a successful, expanded business. Feel the satisfaction, the confidence, the certainty of it. Within months, his business had doubled in size. You see, he didn't achieve this through words or planning. He achieved it by maintaining the vibration of his desire fulfilled. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." The kingdom is not a place or a set of words. It is a vibrational state. Let us explore another aspect of this truth. In the book of Revelation, John speaks of hearing a great voice as of a trumpet. This trumpet is not producing mere sound, it is producing vibration, frequency, energy. This is exactly what your imagination does when it is properly employed. You see, my dear friends, every desire you hold contains within it a specific vibrational frequency. Your job is not to describe this frequency with words, but to feel it, to become one with it, to let it resonate through your entire being. I think of it this way: when you strike a tuning fork, it produces both sound and vibration. The sound is temporary, but the vibration continues long after the sound has faded. Similarly, words are temporary, but vibration, the feeling of your desire fulfilled, continues to resonate and create. Let me share another principle that will revolutionize your understanding of manifestation. When Scripture says, "Let there be light," it is not referring to physical life, but to illuminated consciousness. Consciousness vibrating at the frequency of desire fulfilled. You see, when you truly understand this, you realize that manifestation is not about using the right words or thinking the right thoughts. It's about achieving and maintaining the right vibrational state, the state of your desire fulfilled. Consider the story of Joshua and the walls of Jericho. The walls didn't fall because of the words the people spoke or the horns they blew. They fell because the vibration of victory was maintained until physical reality had no choice but to conform to it. This is exactly how your imagination works. When you maintain the vibration of your desire fulfilled, when you feel the reality of it with your entire being, the circumstances of your life must rearrange themselves to match that vibration. Let me tell you about a teacher who applied this principle perfectly. She desired to impact more lives through her work, but was stuck using traditional goal-setting methods. I told her stop thinking about how to reach more people. Instead, feel the vibration of already touching countless lives. Feel the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the joy of it. Within months, she had opportunities to teach internationally. You see, she didn't create these opportunities through words or planning. She created them by maintaining the vibration of her desire fulfilled. Now let us discuss something crucial about this process. Most people try to use their imagination as a tool separate from themselves, but I tell you this, your imagination is not a tool. It is your very self. It is God in action within you, and God does not create through words alone, but through vibration, through feeling, through the sensation of reality. Consider the words of Jesus. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Notice he doesn't say they are mere words. They are spirit. They are vibration. They are living energy. This is why when you imagine something, you must do more than see it or think about it. You must feel it, sense it, become one with its vibration. This is what Jesus meant when he said, I and my Father are one. He was expressing his complete unity with the vibration of his desires fulfilled. Let me share another profound truth about vibration and imagination. When you enter into the feeling of your desire fulfilled, you are literally rearranging the substance of the universe. This is not metaphysical thinking. This is scientific fact clothed in scriptural language. Think about the story of creation. God didn't just speak the world into existence. He felt it, experienced it, became one with it through imagination and vibration. This is exactly what you must do with your desires. You see, my dear friends, every desire you hold is already fulfilled in what I call the kingdom, the realm of pure vibration and imagination. Your task is not to create it through words or effort, but to tune yourself to its frequency, to feel its reality, to become one with its vibration. Let me tell you about someone who understood this perfectly. A gentleman came to me wanting to transform his relationships. He had been using affirmations and positive self-talk without success. I told him stop using words to try to change your relationships. Instead, feel the vibration of having perfect, harmonious relationships. Feel the love, the understanding, the connection. Within weeks, his relationships began to transform. You see, he didn't change them through words or actions. He changed them by maintaining the vibration of desire fulfilled. Now let us explore another aspect of this truth. In Scripture, we read faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This substance is not words or thoughts. It is vibration. It is the feeling tone of your desire fulfilled. You see, when you have true faith, you don't hope for something to happen in the future. You feel its reality now. You vibrate at the frequency of its fulfillment now. This is what Jesus meant when he said, before Abraham was I am. Let me share another principle that will transform your understanding of manifestation. Most people think they need to change their circumstances to achieve their desires. But I tell you this, you need only change your vibration. Your feeling state and circumstances will change themselves. Consider the story of Daniel in the lion's den. He didn't survive because of words he spoke or prayers he said. He survived because he maintained the vibration of perfect safety and divine protection. This is exactly how your imagination works when properly employed. You see, when you maintain the vibration of your desire fulfilled, you create what I call a bridge of incidents, a series of apparently unrelated events that lead to the manifestation of your desire. This is why Scripture tells us all things work together for good to them that love God. Let me tell you about an artist who applied this principle perfectly. She wanted to showcase her work in major galleries, but was struggling with traditional networking and promotion. I told her stop trying to make it happen through words and actions. Instead, feel the vibration of being a successful, recognized artist. Feel the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the reality of it. Within months, she had exhibitions in 3 major galleries. You see, she didn't achieve this through effort of planning. She achieved it by maintaining the vibration of her desire fulfilled. Now let us discuss something crucial about this process of manifestation through vibration. Most people think they need to repeat their desire many times or visualize it frequently. But I tell you this, what you need is not repetition, but intensity of feeling, intensity of vibration. Consider the words of Jesus, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Notice he doesn't say believe that you will receive it. He says believe that you have received it. This is about maintaining the vibration of fulfillment now. You see, my dear friends, when you enter into the feeling of your desire fulfilled, when you maintain its vibration, you are literally rearranging the atoms and molecules of your world. This is why Scripture tells us all things are possible to him that believeth. Let me share another profound truth about vibration and imagination. When you imagine something while maintaining its vibrational frequency, you are not creating something new. You are tuning into something that already exists in the realm of pure potential. Think of it this way, every possibility already exists in what quantum physicists call the field of infinite possibilities. Your imagination operating through vibration simply tunes you to the frequency of your desired possibility, making it manifest in your phytosynchral experience. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God." The kingdom is not a place, it is a vibrational state where all possibilities exist simultaneously. When you enter into the feeling of your desire fulfilled, you are literally entering this kingdom. Let me tell you about a writer who understood this perfectly. She had been struggling to complete her novel using various writing techniques and affirmations without success. I told her stop trying to write the book through effort and words. Instead, feel the vibration of being a successful author. Feel the satisfaction of having completed your novel. Feel the joy of readers being transformed by your work. Within 3 months, she had completed her novel and secured a publisher. You see, she didn't achieve this through technique or effort. She acted by maintaining the vibration of her desire fulfilled. Now, as we bring this discussion to a close, I want you to understand something fundamental about vibration and imagination. Your imagination is not separate from the creative force of the universe. It is that creative force individualized as you. When you imagine something while maintaining its vibrational frequency, you are literally God in action. This is why Scripture tells us, "I am that I am." This is not a statement of identity. It is a statement of creative power through vibration and imagination. Remember this, the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibrational state. Your imagination doesn't create through language. It creates through feeling, through vibration, through the sensation of reality. The choice is yours. You can continue trying to create through words and effort, or you can step into your divine power and create through vibration and imagination. The difference between these approaches is the difference between seeking and finding. So I tell you this, stop trying to use words to create your reality. Start feeling the vibration of your desire fulfilled. Maintain that feeling regardless of appearances. Trust in the law that shapes all things according to your conscious assumptions. For when you master this, when you truly understand how to create through vibration and imagination, you become more than just a creator of circumstances. You become aware of your true nature as the operant power of the universe itself. This is your birthright. This is your true identity. This is who you really are. Thank you and good night. The world you see around you is not the cause of your experience, but the effect. It is the outpicturing of your inner states of consciousness. Every circumstance, every person, every experience in your life is a reflection of your own thoughts and beliefs. When you grasp this fundamental truth, you realize that the repayment you seek is not about receiving something from an external source. It is about shifting your consciousness to a state where what you desire already exists. For in truth, nothing is ever lost. It simply exists in a state that you are not currently occupying. Consider for a moment, have you ever misplaced an object in your home, only to find it later exactly where it should have been? The object was never lost. It was always there. You simply weren't occupying the state of consciousness where you were aware of its location. The same principle applies to everything you believe you have lost in life. Now you might be wondering, but Wayne, how can I shift my consciousness to a state where I have what I thought was lost? This is an excellent question, and it brings us to the heart of our discussion. The key lies in your wonderful human imagination. Your imagination is not mere fantasy or daydreaming. It is God in action within you. It is the creative power through which all things are made. When you imagine, you are literally reshaping the substance of the universe. To receive repayment for what you thought was lost, you must use your imagination to occupy the state where you already have it. You must feel the reality of it, experience the joy of it, live from the assumption that it is already yours. This is not about pretending or deceiving yourself. It is about aligning yourself with the truth of your desire at the level of cause. For remember, your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner states. As you change within, your outer world has no choice but to conform. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Wayne, how can I imagine having something when my current reality shows me its absence? This, my dear friends, is where faith comes in, but not blind faith. Faith based on understanding the law. You see, your physical reality is nothing more than the outpicturing of your past assumptions. It is the harvest of seeds you have previously sowed in your consciousness. To change your reality, to receive repayment for what you thought was lost, you must plant new seeds. You must assume a new state of being. When you imagine having what you desire, when you feel the reality of it, you are planting these new seeds. You are assuming the state of one who already has what they desire, and as you persist in this state, your outer world has no choice but to conform to this new inner conviction. This is the true meaning of the biblical phrase, "Ask and it shall be given you." It is not a plea to an external deity. It is a reminder of your own divine creative power. When you ask, you are declaring your desire as an accomplished fact to your own subconscious mind, which is one with the universal mind. Now let us address a common misconception. Many believe that to manifest their desires, to receive repayment for what they thought was lost, they must visualize every detail of how it will come to pass. But I tell you now, this is not necessary and can even be counterproductive. Your job is not to figure out the how. Your job is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The infinite intelligence of the universe will take care of the how in ways far beyond what your limited conscious mind can conceive. Think of it like this. When you order something online, you don't concern yourself with the logistics of how it will be delivered. You simply place the order and trust that it will arrive. The same principle applies when you seek repayment from the universe. You place your order with the cosmic catalog, so to speak, and then you let go and trust in its delivery. This brings us to another crucial point, the importance of letting go. After you have assumed the feeling of your wish fulfilled, after you have planted the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, you must release it. You must fall asleep to the desire, confident in its fulfillment. This letting go is not indifference. It is supreme confidence. It is the knowing that your desire is already yours in the realm of imagination, which is the very substance of reality. As you sleep in this assumption, your subconscious mind goes to work, aligning all the necessary forces to bring about the manifestation of your desire. Now let us explore the concept of revision in relation to receiving repayment for what you thought was lost. Revision is the art of reimagining past events in a way that aligns with your desire of reality. This is crucial because your subconscious mind draws upon your memories to create your current experience. When you revise your past, you are literally rewriting the script of your life. You are creating a past that naturally leads to your present and future. Instead of dwelling on loss, revise those experiences. See them as stepping stones, as necessary parts of your journey that led you to this moment of revelation and repayment. This practice of revision, combined with living in the state of your wish fulfilled, creates a powerful alignment in your consciousness. You are creating a new past, present and future all at once, all aligning with the repayment you seek. Now let us address the concept. Everyone, as you pushed out. This principle states that everyone in your world is a reflection of your consciousness. The way people treat you, the opportunities that come your way, even the seemingly random events in your life, all are reflections of your state of being. When you shift your consciousness to a state of having received repayment for what you thought was lost, you naturally begin to see others differently. You see them as playing their perfect part in the divine unfolding of your desire. This shift in perception allows for miraculous changes in your relationships and circumstances. Let us now discuss the importance of gratitude in receiving repayment from the universe. Gratitude is not just a polite sentiment, it is a powerful creative force. When you are truly grateful, you are acknowledging the presence of your desire in your life. You are affirming its reality even before it manifests in the physical realm. As you seek repayment for what you thought was lost, cultivate a deep sense of gratitude. Be thankful not just for what you can see and touch, but for the unseen blessings that are even now unfolding in your life. Give thanks for the wisdom that guides you, the love that surrounds you, and the power that resides within you. This gratitude aligns you with the frequency of your desire, speeding up its manifestation. It puts you in a state of receptivity, opening you to receive even greater blessings. Now, let us address the concept of the Sabbath. The Sabbath in this context is not about a particular day of the week, but about a state of mind. It is a state of complete rest from all effort, a state of knowing that your work is done. When you seek repayment from the universe, when you have assumed the feeling of your wish fulfilled, enter this Sabbath state. Rest in the certainty that your desire is fulfilled. In this state, you no longer feel the need to make your desire happen because you know it is already done. Let us explore the concept of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean not caring about your desire. It means releasing your anxious attachment to how or when it will manifest. When you are anxiously attached to an outcome, you are actually affirming the absence of your desire. True detachment comes from the deep knowing that your desire is already yours in consciousness and therefore must manifest in your physical reality. It's a state of calm certainty of knowing the law is at work even when you can't see the evidence yet. Now, let us discuss the power of your imagination once more. Your imagination is not mere fantasy or daydreaming. It is God in action within you. It is the creative power through which all things are made. When you seek repayment from the universe, use your imagination to its fullest potential. Imagine yourself having already received what you thought was lost. Feel the joy of it, the relief, the satisfaction. Live from that state, for in doing so you are literally reshaping the substance of your reality. Let us address the importance of self-love in this process. Many people struggle to receive repayment from the universe because they don't believe they are worthy of it. But I tell you now, worthiness has nothing to do with it. You are worthy because you exist. You are God's creation, and God only creates perfection. Cultivate self-love as you seek repayment from the universe. Know that you are deserving of all good things simply because you are. This self-love creates a powerful foundation for manifesting your desires. Now, let us explore the concept of the law of reversed effort. This law states that the harder you try to achieve something, the more you push it away. This is why letting go and trusting is so powerful. It allows you to align with the natural flow of creation without the interference of struggle or forced effort. Think of it like this. When you're learning to swim, if you thrash about frantically, you'll sink. But if you relax and trust the water to hold you up, you float effortlessly. The same principle applies to receiving repayment from the universe. Let us discuss the role of silence in this process. After you have done your imaginal work, after you have assumed the feeling of having received repayment for what you thought was lost, there comes time for silence. This silence is not just external, but internal. It is a cessation of all inner chatter about your desire. In this silence, you allow the seed of your desire to take root and grow. You do not dig it up repeatedly to check on its progress. You trust in the law, knowing that what is done in consciousness must manifest in reality. Now, let us address the concept of living in the end once more. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are not hoping for something to happen in the future. You are experiencing your desire as a present fact. This state of living in the end collapses time and brings your desire into the present moment. Remember, in the realm of imagination where all creation takes place, there is no time. Your desire is fulfilled the moment you assume the feeling of its fulfillment with conviction. The time it takes for this to appear in your physical reality is determined by your faith and your persistence in the assumed state. Let us explore the concept of the observer effect in quantum physics. In the quantum world, the act of observing something changes it. Your observation, your consciousness affects the behavior of subatomic particles. This principle applies to your life as well. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are choosing to observe your reality from the perspective of already having received it. This observation literally shapes your reality at the quantum level, bringing your desire to manifestation. Now, let us discuss the importance of feeling in this process. Feeling is the secret. It's not enough to intellectually know that repayment is possible or even to visualize it clearly. You must feel the reality of it when you seek repayment from the universe. Allow yourself to fully feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude of having received it. These elevated emotions are the fuel that gives light to your manifestations. They align you with the frequency of your desire, speeding up its realization in your physical reality. Let us address the concept of resistance once more. Resistance is anything that blocks the flow of your desired reality into your experience. It often shows up as doubt, fear, or worry. When you seek repayment from the universe, release this resistance. Remember, what you resist persists. By letting go of resistance, you allow the natural flow of creation to bring about your desire effortlessly. Now, let us expand the quantum view. The quantum view is the version of you that exists in the field of all possibilities. It's the you that has already received repayment for everything you thought was lost. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are aligning yourself with this quantum version of you. Understand that you're not trying to become something you're not. You're aligning with a version of you that already exists in the quantum field. You're shifting your consciousness to match that reality. Let us discuss the power of your words once more. Your words are not just sounds or symbols. They're creative forces. They're declarations to the universe. When you seek repayment for what you thought was lost, your words must align with this desire. Speak as though you have already received your repayment. Use phrases that affirm the reality of your desire. Remember, your words are seeds planted in the fertile soil of the universe. Make sure you're planting seeds of what you want to grow in your life. Now, let us address the importance of patience in this process. Patience in this context is not passive waiting. It is active trust in the law. It is knowing that what is done in consciousness must manifest in reality and allowing that manifestation to unfold in its perfect timing. When you seek repayment from the universe, cultivate this kind of active patience. Know that your desire is manifesting even if you can't see the evidence yet. Trust in the perfect unfolding of the universe. Let us explore the concept of the present moment once more. The present moment is your point of power. It's the only place where you can make changes, where you can choose your thoughts and emotions. When you seek repayment from the universe, anchor yourself in this present moment. Many people live their lives either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. But when you do this, you're not using your power to create. You're letting your past or your imagined future control your present. Seeking repayment from the universe brings you into alignment with the power of now. Now, let us discuss the role of forgiveness in receiving repayment from the universe. Holding on to resentment, anger, or blame keeps you energetically tied to past experiences. It keeps you vibrating at a lower frequency, attracting more experiences that match that lower energy. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened or letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the energetic burden of negative emotions. It's about choosing to vibrate at a higher frequency. As you seek repayment from the universe, practice forgiveness of others and of yourself. Let us address the concept of divine order. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are aligning yourself with divine order. You are recognizing that there is a perfect unfolding of events, even if you can't see it from your limited perspective. Trust in this divine order. Know that everything is happening for your highest good, and even when it doesn't appear that way on the surface. This trust allows you to remain calm and centered, even in the face of apparent setbacks or challenges. Now, let us explore the concept of allowing. Allowing is the opposite of forcing. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are in a state of allowing. You are opening yourself up to receive all the good that the universe has for you. Allowing doesn't mean being passive. It means being receptive. It means being open to possibilities beyond what your limited mind can conceive. It means trusting that the universe knows the best path to the fulfillment of your desires. Let us discuss the importance of self-awareness in this process. To truly receive repayment from the universe, you must be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. You must be able to catch yourself when you slip into doubt or anxiety and consciously choose to return to a state of trust and knowing. Cultivate this self-awareness through practices like meditation, journaling, or simply taking time for quiet reflection. The more aware you are of your inner state, the more effectively you can maintain a state of alignment with your desire. Now, let us address the concept of surrender. Surrender is often misunderstood as giving up or admitting defeat, but in the context of receiving repayment from the universe, surrender is a powerful act of alignment. It is surrendering your limited ego control to the infinite wisdom of the universe within you. When you surrender in this way, you are not becoming powerless. On the contrary, you are aligning yourself with the most powerful creative force in existence. You are allowing this force to work through you unimpeded by doubt, fear, or limited thinking. Let us explore the concept of faith once more. Faith is not blind belief. It is not hoping for the best while fearing the worst. True faith is a knowing beyond physical evidence. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are exercising this kind of faith. You are knowing the reality of your desire with such conviction that you no longer need physical proof. This unwavering faith moves mountains. it parts seas. It transforms the very fabric of your reality. Now, let us discuss the importance of your self-concept in this process. Your self-concept is the sum total of your beliefs about who you are. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are adopting a self-concept of someone who is worthy and capable of receiving all good things. See yourself as a divine being capable of creating any reality you desire. Know that you are not separate from the universe, but an individualized expression of it. This elevated self-concept naturally aligns you with the fulfillment of your desires. Let us address the concept of resistance once more. Resistance often arises when we try to control every aspect of our reality. When you seek reclaimment from the universe, release this resistance. Allow the infinite intelligence of the universe to work out the details of how your desire will manifest. Remember, your job is not to figure out the how. Your job is to hold the vision of your desire fulfilled and to maintain the feeling of its reality. The universe will take care of the how in ways far more wonderful than you could have imagined. Now, let us explore the concept of the law of attraction in relation to receiving repayment from the universe. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. When you align yourself with the energy of having already received repayment, you naturally raise your vibration. You align yourself with the frequency of desire. This elevated vibration attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match it. You become a magnet for the fulfillment of your desires, effortlessly drawing to you what you need for their manifestation. Let us discuss the role of gratitude once more. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a state of being. When you seek reclaimment from the universe, you naturally enter a state of gratitude. You are grateful not just for what you have, but for what is coming. This state of gratitude is incredibly powerful. It aligns you with the abundance of the universe. It opens you to receive even more blessing. Practice gratitude not from a place of lack, hoping to receive, but from a place of fullness, knowing you already have. Now, let us address the concept of divine timing once more. Often when we hold tightly to our desires, we create resistance to their natural unfolding. We try to force things to happen on our timeline, but the universe operates on its own divine timing, which is always perfect. When you seek repayment from the universe, align yourself with this divine timing. Release the need to control when or how your desire will manifest. Trust that it will come at the perfect time in the perfect way. Let us explore the concept of unity consciousness. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are recognizing your oneness with the universe. You are understanding that there is no separation between you and what you desire. It is already yours because you are one with all that is. This understanding of unity consciousness dissolves the illusion of lack. It aligns you with the infinite abundance of the universe. From this state of oneness, manifestation becomes effortless and natural. Now let us discuss the importance of detachment once more. Detachment is not indifference. It is not a lack of desire. Detachment is the state of knowing that your desire is already yours in consciousness, and therefore you do not need to anxiously pursue it in the physical world. When you are detached in this way, you are free from the fear of not getting what you want. You are free from the anxiety of when or how it will come. This freedom allows you to enjoy the present moment fully, while still holding the vision of your desire fulfilled. Let us address the concept of allowing once more. Allowing is the opposite of forcing. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are in a state of allowing. You are opening yourself up to receive all the good that the universe has for you. Allowing doesn't mean being passive. It means being receptive. It means being open to possibilities beyond what your limited mind can conceive. It means trusting that the universe knows the best path to the fulfillment of your desires. Now let us explore the concept of the mirror principle. This principle states that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are creating an inner state of fulfillment and gratitude. This inner state will inevitably be reflected in your outer experiences. Understand that as you change your inner world, your outer world must change to match it. This is not wishful thinking. It is the operation of universal law. Let us discuss the role of patience once more. Patience in this context is not passive waiting. It is active trust in the law. It is knowing that what is done in consciousness must manifest in reality, and allowing that manifestation to unfold in its perfect timing. When you seek repayment from the universe, cultivate this kind of active patience. Know that your desire is manifesting even if you can't see the evidence yet. Trust in the perfect unfolding of the universe. Now let us address the importance of self-love in this process once more. Self-love is not vanity or egotism. It is a recognition of your true worth as a divine being. When you truly love yourself, you naturally align with the fulfillment of your desires. As you seek repayment from the universe, cultivate deep self-love. Know that you are worthy of all that you desire simply because you exist. This self-love creates a powerful foundation for manifesting your desires. Let us explore the concept of the quantum field once more. In quantum physics, we understand that everything is energy and possibility. Your desires already exist as potentials in this quantum field. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are aligning yourself with the version of reality where your desire is fulfilled. Understand that you are not creating something from nothing. You are selecting a reality from infinite possibilities. Your job is to align your consciousness with the reality you desire to experience. Now let us discuss the power of your focus. Where you place your attention is where you direct your energy. When you seek repayment from the universe, you are focusing on the reality of your desire fulfilled. You are directing your energy towards its manifestation. Be mindful of where you're placing your focus. Are you focusing on what you lack, on what's wrong in your life? Or are you focusing on the reality of your desire fulfilled? Remember, what you focus on expands. In conclusion, remember that the universe is about to repay you for everything you thought was lost. This repayment is not something external to you, but a shift in your consciousness. As you align with the state of having received this repayment, as you live from this assumption, you will find your outer world reshaping itself to match your inner state. Trust in the law, have faith in your own divine nature, and above all, persist in the state of knowing that your desires are already fulfilled. For in doing so, you are exercising your divine creative power and shaping your reality according to your will. Go forth and create consciously, for the power is within you. The entire universe is at your command. You need only to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and allow your good to flow to you. And so it is.